YouTube, what's good? It's your boy, Paulus Harris, aka the Crazy Uncle. Hey, if this is your first time tuning in, go ahead, hit the doggone subscribe button, hit the notification bell every time I post up new content. Well, I'm not going to say that everybody's talking about it, but the majority of people are talking about it, right? So, Barry Bonds, he didn't get in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame along with Roger Clemens, and we all know Pete Rose didn't get in, right? So like I said again, looking through social media, whatever, I even seen the shit on TV, right? Where Roger Clemens said that he put that shit behind him 10 years ago, right? So that should tell you something right then and there, that on top of playing a bullshit game, you actually really did some other bullshit that, for the most part, I don't want to say that these motherfuckers didn't know, right? But apparently, it's almost like, okay, well, you did it, but you told them like late. It's almost like when it's almost like it's almost like selling drugs, but Uncle Sam don't get his share of it, almost. And so the whole thing, like I said, I done heard, I done see it, saw it on television, saw it on Facebook. Some of the other people on YouTube, they didn't talk about it or whatever. Then they want to sit up here and talk about what Ty Cobb did and what he said and what Babe Ruth did and what he said and all that kind of bullshit. But here's the deal, people. Here is a so-called professional sport that would tell you, or that will lie directly in your face and will say that, hey, Jackie Robinson was the first one to do it. Knowing damn well, if you look up a name, Moses Fleetwood Walker, he is actually like really identified as the first so-called African American to play in the major leagues. And it'll actually really tell you how many games that he played. 42 games. What was Jackie Robinson's number? And so again, people, this is and then the thing with Pete Rose, right? I'm just like, okay, so for the most part, I could say that Pete Rose was probably he was probably the smartest one out of it. He was like, okay, well, look, I know you bet know me any goddamn way. So let me make money. Let me put some extra money in my pocket, because this is what the fuck y'all want me to do in the first place. And so again, that's like, look, dog chasing his tail, or farting in the bathtub and turn around and bite the fucking bubble. Take your pick, people, because that's all what the fuck this is. Right? And I'm pretty sure some other was in there. Sammy Sosa, right? They didn't get in, but the thing about it though is this: when the general public, when whoever your favorite team is, in whatever bullshit sport, right? You look at the simple fact, okay, hey, the owner the owner, the president, the vice president, CEO, or whatever. They looking at the simple fact, hey, look, this is our team. This is what we have done. We got fans to come to our game. They put money in our pocket, right? So they get players that's actually really think that's gonna do them justice. But the thing about, well, see, here's the deal about the so-called fan, right? They want a winner right here, right now. They want that shit like yesterday. So what the fuck do you actually really expect for the player or players to do? They actually really go out there. They may take the steroids. They may do whatever. Something that actually really can't be traced, right? They go out there and play. They knock in the home runs. They win ball games. They win your championship or championships, right? But now but again, you don't want to put these motherfuckers in the Hall of Fame. But then again, you gotta look at it like this, like what I said earlier. This is a bullshit business, right? The NFL, the NBA, the NBL, the NHL, the PGA, all that shit, boxing, you name it, right? Somebody is gonna get paid to take a dive. Plain and simple, right? And I just look at it like this: the Hall of Fame is nothing more than, okay, you just said, yes, boss, I'll do this. Yes, boss, I'll swing the bat for you. I'll catch the ball for you. Hell, I even fumble this motherfucker if need be. If it's gonna put more money in my pocket, or is it actually really gonna put me in the Hall of Fame, regardless of sport, right? I keep telling Lucy is a bad motherfucker, right? She'll build your ass up. You start out with the motherfucking little league, and then you go to school, then you play high school, then it's college. Then if you're lucky, off to the NFL, right? They groom your ass up since day motherfucking 20, right? And if you're good enough, they'll let you have a ring or two or 7, like with Tom Brady, right? And then after a while, they were like, okay, they'll immortalize you, give you a bronze structure, and then put you there. This is what Lucy do, right? Put you in a motherfucking house or whatever, and be like, look at all my trophies, look at all my bitches. There's no different than what the average motherfucker would do with all of the women that he has captured. Because they are always gonna take something from that woman and they gonna capture it so they can show all of their buddies. Yeah, I remember this bitch here. I remember this bitch here. I remember this bitch here. Right? Whether it's some drawers or panties or piece of clothing or whatever the fuck. It's what motherfuckers do. So I'm just like this, okay? So, but like what I said, right? If you take the steroids, 9 times out of 10, they probably told you to take the steroids, and you with your dumb ass, you took the steroids. Now you wonder why your ass ain't in the Hall of Fame, right? And it's almost like, damn, you that motherfucking stupid? You'll do anything and everything I tell you to do. So no, just because of that, I'm not gonna put you in the Hall of Fame. So here's the deal. It's the same thing with motherfucking education. Right? Motherfucker tell you this, that motherfucker they'll sit up here and teach you all goddamn day long. 2 + 2 = 4. Right? You learn that shit all the way through graduation from the public schools or the private schools, right? Then you wonder why you can't get a motherfucking job. Because you too busy to listen to a bullshit lie. Just like what I said. Here's a professional sport that will tell you that Jackie Robinson was the first one to ever do it. And I just told you who was the first one to ever do it. Moses Fleetwood Walker. Or at least that's what the fuck they say. Just know this. If a damn sure wasn't motherfucking Jackie Robinson. And then according to the history, this was probably before the Negro Leagues even started. This was probably before Satchel Paige and all those guys. Okay? So then, like I say, once man found out that, hey, guess what? If I can put some money on some shit, or better yet, if somebody owe me some money that's happened to be on a particular team, guess what the fuck is finna happen? I'm gonna tell that motherfucker, hey, you the best player. You may put this. You either pay me my money or you go out here and you play like shit. So, but here's the deal, right? Pete Rose ain't in, right? But Michael Jordan got in. And then there's speculations on whether or not the reason why he retired the first time around is it because his dad died, right? Or was it because David Stern them said, hey, look, clean up your act. You betting too much. You got all these motherfuckers after you. You might need to cool your ass down for a little bit, right? Because I'll be the first one to tell you, right? Regardless of what he did or didn't do, why his dad died under those suspect conditions. Plain and simple. So, in either case, that's my spiel about sports. It's all bullshit, people. You tap dance, you get in. And then if you do shit before they tell you to do it, then 9 times out of 10 you ain't gonna get in. Right? But then again, it's the fans. I fought the motherfucking fans. And then I fought the owner because they too busy listening to the goddamn fans. You motherfuckers too busy. You want a right now winner, not knowing that Vegas already got that shit under control. Vegas, Atlantic City, anywhere you can motherfucking go. Right? So with that being said, hey, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell Big Dan, tell Big Bertha, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa, motherfucker next door across the street around the corner. Paulus Harris, aka the crazy uncle. Till next time.